Hi everybody, this is Charlie, and what I'm doing here today is trying to answer the question, who are the Dunkers? Who are the Dunkers? Many of you are Civil War enthusiasts. You do a lot of metal detecting in Virginia and various areas, and probably one of the most famous places that a lot of us think about is the battlefield at Antietam. We hear a lot of stories about what went on during that period of time, during that tragic period of time in our history. But the Dunker Church, who were the Dunkers? Behind me is a typical Dunker church. It's in Harleysville. My family settled here in Harleysville in about the 1740s. They came to America in 1719. They settled in Germantown, Pennsylvania. The Harley family and the Becker family started a lot of the Brethren movement, or the Dunker movement. Oftentimes it's referred to the Church of the Brethren, but way back then it was called the Dunkers because of the baptism practices that they did. They baptized themselves in a creek and a stream 3 times, trying immersion, and therefore they got the nickname the Dunkers. But if you notice the church or the meeting house behind me, it's very typical of the Dunker Church at the Battle of Antietam there in Sharpsburg, Maryland. So, who were the Dunkers? Religious group, very similar to the Amish and Mennonites that came to America about the same time. If someone would say to me, what's a Dunker? I'd say it's in between a Mennonite, the Mennonite religion, and Amish. They were plain. Out in Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, they still dress plain. Here in Harleysville, not so much anymore. The last plain family died about 15 years ago. They still dress plain with the black hats, the beards, and things like that, similar to the Amish. But if you go out to Chambersburg, Franklin County, PA, there's still a very large group of Dunkers that still dress plain. They no longer use horse and buggies, but they have black cars, and very similar to the Mennonites out in that area. But I'm here today just to show you, this is the Harley burial grounds from my ancestors, started in around 1740. The elder of the Church of the Brethren, or the Dunker Church, is Peter Becker, and we're going to take a look at his tombstone and to see what it says there. He was sent here by Alexander Max over in Germany in 1719. They settled here in Germantown, PA, went over to New Jersey. They started the Amwell Church, the Ringo's Church, and then they came here to Harleysville and started the Klein. That's the Klein meeting house that was built. But when they first came here, the religious ceremonies were in the homesteads. From here they went over to Coventryville, near Pottstown, Pennsylvania. They started a church there, and after that they went into Maryland, Virginia, and Ohio. Today some of the biggest colonies of the Dunkers are found in Miami, Ohio, and also out in California, Modesto, California, also some places in Florida. But most of the Brethren, or the Dunkers, are found in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Virginia, and Ohio. So I thought it would be nice just to share with you who were the Dunkers. Very religious, plain group. They were pacifists, although some of the family members did break away and fought in the Revolution, the Civil War, and many of the battles that our country has fought over the last 250 years. Probably one of the most famous Dunkers that you might know is his name was Henry Harley Arnold. His nickname was Hap. If you know anything about World War II, and you know anything about the Army Air Corps, he was the commander of the Army Air Corps. Hap used to come here at the meeting house with his mother, Louise Harley, and come to family reunions, come to services. But when Hap was in the military, when he was actually a cadet at West Point, he actually flew a biplane and landed here in the field right here before these houses were built, of course. But he was trained by Orville Wright. He graduated from West Point. He fought in World War I, flew a plane during the war in World War I. When World War II came along, he became the commander of the Army Air Corps. So he's a pretty famous Dunker who actually broke away from the religion. His dad was Mennonite, his mom was Dunker. But yeah, after the war he started the Air Force, started the Air Force Academy. So yeah, some of the Dunkers, they're pacifists, but they do go on to do things that are not part of the religion. Well, there's a lot more that no need to discuss. But I just thought I'd be here today and show you the Dunker Meeting House. Again, thank you, William Penn. I am here standing on this ground because of William Penn. He was a Quaker, and he opened up his arms to people seeking religious freedom, and that was in Pennsylvania. So a lot of you out there in different parts of the United States, most of you probably, your ancestors started here in Pennsylvania because of what William Penn told us that he was willing to accept, and that was to accept religious freedoms. And so any of you living out in Kansas and Missouri and California, if you check your ancestry, I'm sure a lot of it started here in Pennsylvania. So, all right, this is Charlie. I just wanted to point that out to you, and have a great day. See you later. Okay, we are at the Klein Meeting House, which was built. Do you know when it was built?
1840-ish.
Okay, in the 1840s?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the frame, Dunker Meeting House, Church of Brethren, and next to the meeting house, we have the Harley's Cemetery, and this was started long before that. 1740. So we'll take a look at the cemetery a little bit later on, but what we're going to do is go into the inside and check it out, see what a Dunker Meeting House looks like.
So we're planning a little later on this year, next month or two, we're going to power wash the building on the outside and restain it.
So it is a completely framed building, Dennis, right?
Totally framed, yeah.
Okay, what we were doing, we're looking in the inside here at the Klein Meeting House next to the Harley burial grounds. And obviously I can see right away, Dennis, this is where the men sat on this side.
You can tell by the hat racks.
Okay, we have the hat racks up here. They put all their hats there, and the benches were not cushioned at all, so they're all hard benches there.
As a matter of fact, the early benches did not even have backs on them, I'm told. These backs were added later.
Oh, okay. They wanted more comfort by putting backs on.
Yeah.
Of course, then we have the lanterns for light. We did not have electricity.
The lanterns are over there now. We took them down. I mean, we put them up for the services, but we need to take them down to put oil on.
Oh, wow. So they're all oil, and they look like they are very old.
But they're not original. Original ones were much nicer than that, I'm told, but they were stolen.
Oh, wow.
Years ago, before this was built up around here, it would get broken into regularly by, oftentimes by vagrants that travel through here.
Did the women sat on this side, right, Dennis?
This was the ladies' side.
And
again, it's a wood-burning stove, but it's not the original one.
Right. That was it, to keep people warm. Now, the children, if I remember correctly, sat on the other side here.
These fold up so that there's more benches back in this area.
So during the services, the children came over here, and these
well, there's different stories about that, and I don't know what is accurate, whether it was for children. Some said it was for nursing mothers, some said it was for children mothers with small children, or maybe it was just an overflow. I don't know.
Right. But definitely the men sat on the one side. They were segregated, and the ladies sat on this side. And of course, the preacher was up.
Oh, there was a. This is interesting too. There is another entrance right here.
Oh, double entrance, right?
This was the ladies' entrance.
Oh, the ladies' entrance.
That was the gentleman's entrance.
Okay, so the ladies came in this way.
Yeah.
And I guess in today's world that wouldn't be a likable thing. Although if you were brethren or Dunker, you were okay with it. I do understand. If you look at a Dunker homestead, a home, oftentimes there's two entrances built with the homestead. And someone told me that one was for the people going in and out, and the other one was for the spirits to leave the house. So I don't know how true that is. But yes, I've observed a lot of homes that were built by the brethren or the Dunkers, and they had two entrances in the front of the house.
In the front, okay.
So, okay, we'll go outside and take a look outside, around the outside of the building. Okay, we're in the Harley family cemetery, and what I like to point out to you is some of the more notable Harley family members. Right here we have Abraham Harley Castle, and he was born in I believe 1820, he died in 1908. But one of the things about Abraham Harley Castle was he was a great historian, right, Dennis?
Yes, he and self-educated. He had no formal education.
No formal
His
education.
father refused to let him go to school. He had to work on the farm.
From what I understand, he had one of the largest
He
collections
ended up
of Pennsylvania German history.
Yes, he had some 10,000 volumes of books. Mostly, I think they're mostly now out of Juniata College, but I think other places have some as well.
So yes, a lot of his books went to Juniata College. I also heard Elizabethtown College also in Pennsylvania.
And yeah, his wife. I guess these are probably children. I don't know.
So Elizabeth was his wife, and again, probably his children. So yeah, we have some photographs of Abraham Harley Castle, and he was quite a character. He had, as we just said, a beautiful collection. He had a lot of fractar from the Ephrata cloister area, and he also had a lot of old Bibles from Christopher Sauer, right? Christopher Sauer Bibles.
I'm not familiar with what he had exactly, but yeah.
Yeah, those Bibles were printed during the Revolutionary War. So, all right, what else we have over here?
Here's the Peter Becker stone.
Oh, the Peter Becker. Okay.
This is this is not even the original is down here.
Yeah.
All it has on is a date.
Right. Looks like 1858.
Yeah. PB.
That's when he died.
Yeah.
1858. He came to America in 1719. I'm not sure what his birth date is. It might be on the, was it here? Oh, right here it is, yes. He was born in 1687 in Germany, and Peter Becker is the first elder of the Church of Brethren, the Dunker Church, Church of Brethren. And he came here to America. He was sent here by Alexander Mack from Germany to start religion.
He brought the first group of people over.
I think he brought 20 families.
Something like that, yeah.
So they settled in Germantown. Right here it says it, in Germantown, Pennsylvania.
Okay, I was wrong over there about his wife being Elizabeth. That's apparently his daughter, Mary Rudolph Harley, Elizabeth.
Oh, Elizabeth was Peter Becker's daughter.
Yeah,
right.
It said he was married to Dorothy Parkman.
Okay. Now my ancestor, Rudolph Harley, he married Elizabeth Jacob Stump. Mary was the daughter. So anyway, he would be my 8th great grandfather. So I figured that out one time. But this is the original stone right here, and
that's the original. There was another stone after this one in German, which got broken, but it's over there on the shed. I can show you that.
Okay. Yeah. But this one down here is the first stone. That's the original stone.
That was buried.
That's what I heard. I heard it was buried, and they found it by accident or something.
By accident when they went to put one of these other ones up.
Yeah, the story that I was told was Abraham Harley Castle kind of knew where Peter Becker was buried, and and he said like here, and they got the shovel or whatever, and they dug right here, and it actually broke it off from chopping away at the soil there. But anyway, that's the original stone. So okay. I think we do have some Revolutionary War soldiers buried here in the two that we know of.
Well, yeah.
One here. 2 that we know that have been identified. One here, and of course